Hey everybody, this is David, and welcome to a new episode of Watch Me Draw. Today's topic is superheroes. Ready? I make comics. Specifically, I make superhero comics. And when you make superhero comics, there's one question that everyone always wants to know. Who is your favorite superhero? Now, for a lot of people, this is a hard question to answer, but for me, it's pretty easy. Assuming that I can't say my own, because that's basically cheating, my favorite superhero has always been Green Lantern. Now, if you're not familiar with Green Lantern, the short history is that Green Lantern is a member of an intergalactic police force. The Green Lantern Corps patrols the universe, and every member of the Corps is assigned a ring, which lets them fly, shoot lasers, and make objects out of green light. The powers are based on their willpower, and they can be weakened by the color yellow, which is connected to the emotion of fear. Anyone who has the will to overcome great fear can become a Green Lantern. Their power is also limited by the fact that that ring needs to get charged with green energy on a regular basis, and that uses a battery in the shape of a small green lantern, hence the name. Now, there's a couple reasons why I like Green Lantern so much. One of the most obvious being that even though their powers are based on willpower, they're strengthened by creativity. Using that ring to build objects and constructs of light is the main superpower, and it's always the one with the most visual flourish. Comics are, after all, a visual medium, and seeing a big splash page of giant green fists and Gatling guns and octopi used to wrap up a gang of crooks are incredibly striking. Not to mention, as a kid, doodling on notebook paper, seeing a superhero think up these fantastic things to save the day really kind of spoke to me. It's honestly kind of surprising it took so long to get a Green Lantern who was an artist. One of the other things that really stuck out to me about Green Lantern reading comics as a kid was the idea that there's more than one of them. For the most part, superheroes tend to be in single numbers. You've got one Batman, one Deadpool, etc. And even characters who do have multiple versions, like Spider-Man or The Flash, those multiple versions tend to be in other dimensions or in smaller sized groups. You don't have 80 Captain Americas running around. But Green Lantern? There are literally hundreds of Green Lanterns roaming the universe. It makes Green Lantern seem bigger. Yes, he's a single hero living on Earth, working with the Justice League, but he's also a part of something much grander. A lot of DC heroes tend to live in their own little corner. Batman is in Gotham, Superman is in Metropolis, but with Green Lantern, you've got not only Coast City, not only Earth, but an entire space sector to explore, whole other planets and galaxies that he's in charge of. It kind of broadens that idea out. Instead of going from a small-scale city location to a big worldwide location, Green Lantern almost kind of goes the opposite, from a giant space location down to a smaller city. I also really like the limitations on the character. Now, you could say that the color yellow and a time limit are stupid weaknesses to have, but for me, they kind of ground Green Lantern, and they add another big strength to the character, versatility. What I mean is, a lot of time, superheroes wind up in areas based around their power levels. You've got your street-level heroes, the ones who fight the costume supervillains, the big world-saving cosmic threat-level types, and often you don't see a lot of in-between these levels. Look at Batman. It makes perfect sense to see Batman searching the alleys of Gotham to stop a mugger or maybe punch out the Joker, but when an alien monster is trying to eat the sun, honestly, what's Batman gonna do? On the other hand, look at somebody like Thor. He is the literal god of thunder who can move mountains with his bare hands. He's not really the type of person that you need when the corner store is getting robbed. Now look at Green Lantern. Green Lantern is, in essence, a space cop. So that world-saving cosmic threat level is already sort of built into the character. Now, because of the nature of their powers, making these giant green objects out of light, you get these really cool visuals, which pairs up nicely with the extravagant costume supervillains and superpowered criminals. So it's easy to see Green Lantern fight people like Sonar or Dr. Polaris. But the weaknesses? They just let Green Lantern fit in on that smaller, lowest level. Yeah, the power ring is pretty strong, but what happens when you run out of power and the ring needs to be recharged? then Green Lantern is basically just a normal person who can get taken down by a well-placed bullet. It lets Green Lantern fit into multiple different story types. Maybe one issue Green Lantern is teaming up with Superman to stop Metallo from going on a rampage. Maybe the next one, Green Lantern's on another planet, waging an alien war, helping out the Resistance. And then maybe the next issue, he's stopping a bank robbery, but his ring only has 1% power left, so he has to strategize and figure out what's the best way to take down 6 gangsters without getting shot himself. There's a whole host of stories that you can tell with Green Lantern because of those limitations, and that versatility is kind of built right into the character. You can even expand into different genres because of that whole space-wide open area. You want to tell a Western story? Well, maybe there's a planet that's being run by a mining company, and you can add those Western tropes. You want to do a horror story? Maybe there's an alien monster slinking around the city, or a derelict space station. It just opens up infinite possibilities, which really kind of drew my imagination in when I was younger. And the fact that that imagination ties back into the superpowers and that need for creativity and these gorgeous visuals, it all just kind of wrapped around to make Green Lantern a really interesting and compelling character, and that's always stuck with me. And that's why Green Lantern is hands down my favorite superhero. Just please don't ask me to pick one single favorite Green Lantern, because like I said, there's hundreds out there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. You can also find the completed drawing posted on my Twitter account and my Instagram feed, which you can follow at DFDFleming. If you have an idea for anything that you would like me to draw and discuss, feel free to let me know or ask me a question in the comments below. Or again, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram and ask me there. And if you like what I draw, and want to see more things that I draw, I do have a comic, The Adventures of Miss Rocket, which updates every Monday and Thursday. You can find that at missrocket.com. So once again, I do want to thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you again with another video, and until next time, take care, y'all.